Hello, this is Pamela. Welcome to my channel. Grab you a cup of coffee, sit back and relax, and enjoy some good old yarny talk. Hello, this is Pamela, and you're on Pamela's Adoring Crochet. Welcome to my channel, and today's video is WIP Caddy video. I'd like to say thank you to all the comments, the emails, and all the support that you guys give me. I appreciate it very, very much. So yeah, today's WIP Caddy video, and in WIP Caddy video, that is just where we have a WIP cart. Mine's right here in front of me. And it's just where we put our yarn and projects and things that we're working on. I do keep mine filled with my scissors, calculator, pencil, paper, crayons, my notepads, and little projects that I'm thinking about working on. I put those on there too. And then usually the basket that, you know, because I've been on a crochet basket kick lately. And I've only got about 5 more to make, I think, and then I'll have my shelf filled. But anyway, and I take my basket and I put it on the first shelf, and then I work out of my basket because I can take the basket, with me in the car or just wherever I need to take it. I'm really liking these baskets. So grab you a cup of coffee, sit back and relax, and enjoy some good old yarny talk. Good old black coffee. Well, today's video, like I said, is a WIP Caddy video. And it is so much fun. It's one of my favorite videos to get to do every week. And one of the reasons is because you guys post in my Facebook group page, or you'll send me an email of your WIP cart all filled with all your projects and your yarns and your different things like that. And I just love it. And we all love it. So let's go ahead and see all the different carts that were sent in for this past week. Now here we have Darcy's cart, and looks like she's got some bauble projects going and some Ogo yarn down there. Now Stephanie has some blankets going there, and that's a really cool pig up there, Stephanie. Okay, this is my sister Tanya. This is hers. And as you can see, she keeps her stuff very organized, not anything like I do. And she has on the bottom a Halloween project going, and then she has on the middle one an octi throw pattern that me and her are working on together. Okay, here's Angela's card, and when I saw this and her little kitty cat sitting up there, it's just so adorable. I just love it. Now here's Cheryl's cart. She is working on one of Stringy Ding Ding's The Clownfish, because I recognized the book, and I actually made that same fish for my grandson, and it's going to be nice, bright, and colorful. You're going to love it, Cheryl. Now here's Terry's cart. I love the pink on the top shelf up there, and I really like those little cup holder things you got going there. Now, Sarah is very busy. She has 7 projects on here, and I believe she said that 4 of the projects are some crochet alongs. Now, here we have Melissa's cart. Melissa, you have those same little cup holder things hanging on yours, and they are full to the brim. And I love the purple and gray project on the top up there. Wasn't that a lot of fun? Some of these were brand new carts that people had gotten for Christmas and stuff, and I just love it. I just eat it up. Okay, let's move on to the next thing. Before I get into what I'm working on, is I've received some Happy Mail. Guys, you've got to see this Happy Mail. Let's take a look. Okay, guys, this is some Happy Mail that I got, and I'm so excited. This is all the way from Georgia, and this is Marche, and it comes in this cute little red box. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. But look what's inside. Oh my gosh, my favorite. Look at there, my favorite. And she gave 2. So if I wanted to share with my husband, I can. And if I don't want to, I can hide them. So Marche sent this little card that goes with it. Thank you so much for that, Marche. I appreciate what you said on the inside. I really, really do appreciate that. Okay, so when I moved these, and this made me giggle, guys. It made me giggle. Look, I was about fell out of my chair. And what's funny is my sister Tanya happened to be over at the same time that my husband brought this in from the P.O. box. And she's just like, oh my gosh, this is just, it cracks me up. I appreciate this so much. This is to put on the yarn balls. And she said that, now I didn't read the card at the time she was here. So Marche, you said that I'm welcome to share with my sister Tanya. I would have given her some if I'd read the card while she was here. But I didn't. And but she would love some of these. Oh my gosh. I mean, some of them are just too pretty to use. Oh my goodness. Anyway, I appreciate this so much. And yes, I will be using these. My yarn balls are really sad. So thank you so much for all those. Yeah, I don't know how many's in here. I didn't count, but there's a lot, guys. Look at that. There's a lot. So thank you so very much for that. I appreciate it very much. And this was just like icing on the cake right here. Having my favorite chocolates. So, yeah. And then this cute little card. So, thank you so much for that. I appreciate it. And priority mail. Okay, so I received some more happy mail. And this is from Kelly from Indiana. And Kelly, I don't know if you made this or not, but if you did, it is so cool. I've already taken off the staple and opened it up, but it comes with this right here. And she had it stapled to the top. And let me open this and show everybody. And yes, I love this. She wrote a little note on the inside of this card, and I thought that was so cool. I could just slide this out. There we go. Hold on, guys. Let me move this over here. Okay. So here's what we got. So we had this cute little topper here, which is just adorable in its own self. And then we have this pretty card right here. I'm assuming that you made all this. I don't know, but it sure is pretty. And then she has on the inside, hope you like the easel calendar. Take care, Kelly. It is just so cute. It says made just for you. I mean, it is just gorgeous. I just don't know how to tell you thank you. Okay, and so here's the easel. Look at this, guys. It has these little notepads, and then there's your calendar, and it says smile. And it has these cute little flowers on here. That is just so cute. Thank you for this. Thank you so much for this, Kelly. I absolutely love this. Okay, I'd like to say thank you, ladies, for that. I appreciate that very much. Next thing is, I've had a couple of you ladies ask how I use this pom-pom maker that I had gotten. And here's the pom-pom maker. So let's take a look at the pom-pom maker. Okay, so the Clover pom-pom maker, I've had one of you lovely subscribers ask me how I use this. So I'm going to try and show you guys how I use this one. I guess I'll start with this. I guess I'll go ahead and do the small. Okay, it says it's 2.5 inch, and I guess the large one is the 3 3/8 of an inch. And so here's the large. Here's the small. And they open up like this. This is if you want a ball, you would use both sides. Okay, there are instructions on the back side. The first one, it has you pulling out those two little white pieces that I just pulled out. It says wind the yarn around it. So you can make these little balls, or you can make this, and this is what we'll be making. And then you lower that back into its slot. It says to cut the yarn. And then number 3, it says tie with thread, or, you know, yarn. And it shows a picture tying it right there. And number 4, it says open one arch at a time. And then number 5, remove the pom-pom maker. 1/2, that you separate them from each other. Trim loose ends to shape. So for number 1, we're going to wind the yarn. So they have 2 of these pulled out like this. And it looks like they are just winding the yarn around like this. Now I've made 2 pom-poms using the larger one. And they come out really nice. So I like it. I will probably be making most of my pom-poms on this thing. And honestly, it doesn't tell you how much yarn you need to put on it. I like mine a little thick. My pom-poms to be kind of full, I guess you could say. So when I did mine, I did put a lot of yarn on mine. I wrapped it pretty good. Anyway, so we're going back around. Just like this. I'm going to go ahead and stop here because it's just for show. It's not to actually make a big fat one. And it shows it down like this. And then it shows you cutting across here. That is step number 3. So what I did is to keep it, because it keeps wanting to go up, I just took my finger and kind of held that down. And just did like this. Took my scissors, went in between. Like that. And it separates it. Now if you have it real full, there's a lot more yarn on here than this. Okay, so for step 4, that was step 2 to cutting the yarn. Step 3 says to tie the yarn. So try to keep those together. Cut you off a strand of yarn. And the way I did mine is I went underneath to the top like that. Trying to stay in the frame here. And I did like this. And I tied one knot. And, I'm a double knotter. There we go. Okay, so I did that. Now, for number 4, it says open one arch at a time. I'm going to pull my threads down here like this, my strands. Okay, so open one arch at a time. So I did. There we go. And for number 5, remove the pom-pom maker. It does come apart. There we go. And you're left with this pom-pom right here. Now I'm going to tie mine again to make it really tight. There we go, nice and tight. I'm going to put my finger on there and do it again. There we go. All right, so we've got us a nice little pom-pom right here. And then all you do at this point, now if you were doing the ball, it would be completely round if you did both sides. And like I said, I was only doing one side. All right, because I'm just doing like a pom-pom for a hat. And then you just trim it all up like this. Anyway, I'm going to stop right there. That's basically what you get. And let me move this out of the way real quick. To attach this to a hat, what I do is I take my crochet hook and I put it inside the hat, and I at the very tip of the hat, and I grab one strand and I pull it through, and then on the other side of the tip of the hat, I take my crochet hook and I grab the other one on the other side, and then I turn the hat inside out, and I literally tie a double knot on the inside, and then I cut my strands. Now that's how I attach these to my hats. So I hope that helped you guys. I know one of you have asked how I use the pom-pom maker, and I had someone else ask how I add the pom-pom to the hat. So I hope that helped. I would advise keeping this if you can, because it may be, especially when summertime comes and you may not be making hats for a while, I would save this so that when the time does come to make you some pom-poms or something, you will have your instructions on the back side. Because all you have to do is open this up like this, flip this out, and then there they are. And then leave the other two staples in that's on the other side. There they are right there. And then just put this back like this. And then you can just store it, put it up where you want to put it up, and they're always in there for you. And it has what sizes they make. That way you don't forget how to use this thing. And because, like I said, several months could go by before you actually touch it again. Wasn't that cool? Okay, one of the things that's on my WIP is this is the Mary Maxim Afghan kit that I received this past month. So if I can get this pulled out here real quick, just to give you an idea of the size of it so far. And I am loving this one, guys. Here we are so far. Isn't that cool? Let's take a closer look at this. Okay, so this was the Mary Maxim. This was the ribbed crochet throw. It says level easy. And here it is so far. That's how much I've got done. It's not going to be very wide, but it is very soft. I like this a lot. I'm really liking this. The only thing is, it's a little hard on my hands. This is the hook, and it's just really big. I had to order me a hook off of Amazon because I did not have that size. And it called for a 19mm hook. So I ordered this. I think I paid like $7 for this off of Amazon. But yep, that's it. That's what it called for this pattern. And as far as how much yarn I've used so far, I've used 1, 2, and I am on the third one. I still have all of this left here for the third one. And the package, there's still 3 more in here. So it'll be quite longer. I think it will be a perfect lap gown for me. So I'm pretty excited to get this made if I can just make myself do it because of the hook being so big. A lot of it could just be that I'm not used to working with something like that. I don't know. But anyway, that was my Mary Maxim quarterly Afghan kit that they sent me. And yes, I am happy with this quarters. I think it's pretty cool. Oh, and if you want to know about this yarn, it is Premier Retro Velvet. It's a Jumbo 7, machine wash, warm, dry, flat. The color is white. How many yards in this thing? 44 yards, 100% polyester. And you can see the name better here. Retro Velvet Grand. Premier. So, yep, this is on my WIP. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed that. Like I said, this hook this is my first time to use one this big, and I'm still getting used to the fact of using one that size. All right, the other project that I'm working on is it's with the Crochet Crowd, the Calming Comfort Blanket. And there are several other podcasters working on this. And I believe that this Sunday was the last week. Well, I've only got week 2 done. And this is week 1 and 2. So let's take a closer look at this one. Okay, so this is week 2. I left my stitch marker where I ended week 1, and then from here to here was week 2. So yeah, it's a little wavy, so I'm hoping that straightens out. But you know, I guess I'll be using it. I don't think it really matters now that I think about it. But anyway, that is week 2. So this is on my WIP. I hope you enjoyed that one. This one is actually a navy blue. For some reason it's looking like it's black, but it is a navy blue. I am loving this, and it is going to be perfect for my bedroom. I'm just loving this. This one in is this basket here. I did have one more. Remember I told you that I need to make myself a black cardigan. Well, I'm using this touch of alpaca, and I'm using a K-hook. Well, here it is. I've only got the back panel done. So there's nothing, exciting about it. It's just a back panel. And I want it kind of long, so yeah, it's long. And I get hot easy, so I'm trying to make it a little airy, a little bit. But this is just the like single crochet, double crochet, single crochet, double crochet all the way across, turn around, and then you do the exact same thing. So like you end with the single, you turn, and you start with the double. And you end with the single, you turn, you start with the double. So I think mine, I'm doing a double. I hope I wrote that down and not be a half. I'm pretty sure it's a double. Anyway, so that's what I'm working on. I did have to put a stop to it because I've got to do a tutorial. I have 2 tutorials to do. So I'm working on those as well. Let's go ahead and do our 365 days of prayer. It says, inspire me. God created great sea creatures and every living thing that scurries and swarms in the water, and every sort of bird, each producing offspring of the same kind. And God saw that it was good. Genesis 1:21. Creator, you are the most innovative being that exists. Since I was made in your image, I realize that makes me creative. You made me with a unique creativity that doesn't have to look like anyone else's. Inspire me today to see the goodness around me. When I am lacking in imagination, I will look to your creation to see the great diversity on display. That's beautiful. There is no shortage of ideas in you, no lack of new approaches. God, in you, I find the resources that the world longs for, free of charge. There isn't an angle that you haven't looked at. When I am stumped, I look to you. Whether or not I feel like I need a fresh perspective, you have a new one to share whenever I ask. Today, Lord, I recognize that I do need a new view, an aspect of creation I've never seen before. I want to constantly learn and grow in you. Open my eyes to your wonders expressed in magnificent ways. Where do you find inspiration? I have to admit, I don't know if I ever quite looked at inspiration that way. And oh my gosh, that has changed my perspective now. So I am definitely going to look at inspiration in a whole different way now. All right, guys. Oh yeah, I was going to tell you, I do have this amigurumi crochet out tutorial. I put it out a few months ago. I am a huge, if you know what the symbol is, a huge Legend of Zelda fan. So is my dad, and so is my daughter, and my nephew. And then my sister Tanya is some, I believe. I'm not sure if she's as huge of a fan as her son is, and as me and my daughter are, and my dad. So let's take a look at this little guy. Here he is. He has the ears and everything. There's his rupee pouch, and it has the Triforce on it. Anyway, this is the little guy. Here's, oh yeah, I forgot he's got the little X's on the back of his hat there. Got his belt. Anyway, so if you haven't seen this guy, he's like my little mascot here. He kind of takes care of me in the yarn room. Anyway, if you haven't seen this tutorial and you'd like to make Link, the Legend of Zelda character, or you know someone in your family that is crazy about the Legend of Zelda, if you didn't know, I have this pattern out. So go take a look at that. That's all that I have for this video. If you'd like your WIP Caddy in my next video, just put it in the Facebook group page, and I'll, you know, try to make sure I get another video out by next Wednesday. So just remember to live life, have fun, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.